You know, I didn't think an episode like today's would actually make me entertained, but wow, My Hero Academia just never fails to entertain me. So, episode 51 of My Hero Academia just aired, and I literally just watched it, got back from watching it, and thought, you know what, let's do one of our first impressions videos as always. Last week's one was a little late, but I'm gonna hopefully be trying to get this video out today on the day of the release. This episode was basically the introduction of the new dorm system in My Hero Academia. So if you didn't know, the last episode we were introduced to a new system where all the students will be sent to it's basically a college or university if you live in the UK. So you stay there, learn, train, and then get better. For I don't know how many years they're going to be staying there, but yeah. You could call this a filler episode, but I think we're so invested into the characters right now that even episodes like this, they still entertain us. Like, no one even cares that this had nothing to do with fighting and there was nothing significant in this episode. But the people that are invested in these characters, I think they still enjoyed the episode because I thoroughly did. It was nice seeing all the different characters' reactions to each other's rooms, and they did that little segment where they went into each other's rooms and we saw the different layouts. We saw Midoriya's room, how it was filled with All Might stuff. We saw Todoroki's room, it was like a classic Japanese style bedroom. We saw loads of different rooms, and it was just nice. It was just character development, because now we can see what their interests are, their backgrounds, like how they're brought up. Like Yaoyorozu, it is blatant that she is rich now. One thing I didn't like about this episode, which many of you probably will hate me for, is I didn't like the moments where Mineta was just being a weirdo. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Mineta, but I can't stand this thing with him being such a creep. Like, it kind of makes me disturbed, to be honest, seeing him. They had too many scenes focusing on Mineta in this episode. That's what I thought that much. I don't hate him, but I just don't like his character, his demeanor, the way he is, the way he's presented in the anime. I just don't really like it. That's probably the only bad thing that I can say about this episode. I like how no characters really paid him attention in this episode, which was kind of good because it didn't give him the shine. You know what I'm saying? It didn't give him like anything. He was making these creepy remarks in the episode, and just everyone was just overlooking it, walking away, like no one really cared. Also, we did see my favorite character. He literally didn't even care. BAKUGO. Let's talk about him, because he's my favorite character in the series. For the whole time they were looking through each other's room, BAKUGO was just like, you know what, I'm out. I'm going to bed. And that is so like me, because I would never want to do that. I'll be the one that just goes bed early and just do you, BAKUGO. I like that. It just gives a little insider in what his personal life is like and how he just segregates himself from the world and is isolated. Maybe it might have a withdrawal soon. We might see that character development further down the line. We've definitely seen his character show off in this episode. Him not being there and all. I think the one other thing that was a little bit more significant in this episode was that not only did Eraserhead confront the UA students about how, you know, Yaoyorozu, Todoroki, Kirishima, Deku, they all ran out and tried to save Bakugo. He confronted them about that and basically exposed them. But we also got a little bit at the end where Asui, the frog girl, she felt really bad about stopping the UA students from going. Like, she actually started crying at the end of the episode, which was a real contrast to the whole happy feely funny type mood of the episode. Like, up until the last moments, like the last 2 minutes of the episode, it was all fun and games. We were just laughing. I think the viewers were just like taking in all of the rooms. Right at the end, we just see a little bit of emotion being spread about the whole situation, and it literally ended on people crying. So it just shows how sophisticated My Hero Academia can be. And it's not just a funny go lucky show. Like, the creators obviously added that scene at the end with Asui crying to set the tone for the next episode. So I'm really anticipating what's going to happen. This episode was basically like an introduction to the next arc, I'm guessing, because obviously I'm not a manga reader, but I'm just guessing this is just an introductory episode to the next arc, which will be, I don't know, because obviously I don't read the manga, so I don't know what the next arc is going to be, what it's going to be about. Like, for the next half of this season, I literally have no clue. So I'm really looking forward to the second half of this season. So that has basically been my first impressions of today's episode 51 of My Hero Academia. I've been ShonenPlug. Make sure you leave a like on this video if you enjoyed my first impressions. Also, comment what you thought of the episode below if you like doing that stuff. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I make basically daily anime videos. I'm trying to upload daily this summer, or maybe every other day. But yeah, subscribe to me. Thank you guys for watching. I've been ShonenPlug, and yeah, peace. And did I ever get
here to tell you what you meant to me. And did you know that you were always like a fantasy? And are you off to see the places that were in your dreams? Yeah, will you ever find yourself inside a fantasy?